don't want another night trying to find another you, another rock bottom. I don't wanna wear another mini dress to impress a potential problem. I don't wanna spend the night in someone's place to fill the space that you used to walk in. I don't want another number in my thoughts, one to hold at 3 in the morning. I don't want somebody like you. I only want you. I only want you. Yeah. I don't want somebody brand new. I only want you. I only want you. Yeah. I can't wait to leave. I just need you. Just need you. I don't want somebody like you. I only want you. Yeah. I'm the one who ruined everything that made you think that it was all your fault. And I know it's always only just a word when the earth is not stand for. But I know that if you look me in the eyes, you can't deny there was something different. And I know I don't know all your kiss on someone's lips to know that I missed you. I don't want somebody like you. I only want you. I only want you. Yeah. I don't want somebody brand new. I only want you. I only want you. Yeah. I can't wait to leave. I can't wait to leave. Just need you. I don't want somebody like you. I only want you. I only want you. Yeah. I don't want another night trying to find another you, another rock bottom. I don't want to wear another mini dress to impress a potential problem. I don't want somebody like you. I only want you. I only want you. I don't want somebody brand new. I only want you. I only want you. Can't believe it, just need you. I don't want somebody like you. I only want you.
Y'all, I'm gonna let one more song ride because we gotta get in here. We gotta get in here. I see we had it up now. A couple of people have left, but we gotta get in here today. And I'm waiting for my co-host, my studio mate. You guys know him. His name is Palmetto Star, but you can call him Prophet. He is going to be my studio mate will be joining me on unpacking this because no, I didn't want to handle this one by myself. I really did not. There's a lot we can go ahead and discuss and unpack. And today is also the prophet's birthday, so I have prepared a very special dinner tonight. But we're going to unpack this first. We're going to talk about how instead of talking about reparations, a city being able to usher into resolution, receiving reparations for their citizens of their community of their city. But we up here talking about Derrick Jackson. Y'all, come on. Yes, I remember. Yeah, Angel did. I remember Angel and Derrick Jackson's beef, and that was around the time that I stopped following him. But I stopped following him for a different reason, and I will share that as well. And thank you so much, Deacon Anthony, Morris Anthony, for telling everybody to subscribe. Y'all know. Okay, so I'm about to put on another one, y'all. I'm about to put on another track. Y'all get ready for it, and then we gotta pack this room up, y'all, because y'all know I don't do too many lives. So when I'm coming on, y'all know I'm super busy with the cafe and with the boots on the ground movement that we have going on here, getting prepared for Claim Malcolm X Day, May 19th. We are in full promo mode, but we had to come on today to discuss this one. Y'all know I'm gonna be very well rounded because y'all know I was on Derrick Jackson's. I was in those shoes. Yes, I was. I G Trip. That's what I feel too. We're gonna talk about it because I'm gonna talk about the perfect timing of some things. We're gonna talk because y'all, when I was in Derrick Jackson's shoes, and we didn't heal publicly. That's not how that happened. We didn't heal publicly, and eventually, of course, we still divorced. But yeah, that's not how you do that. That's not accountability to me. And I saw he blocked actually a comment that I made on that post. So I think we're on the same page when it comes to that G Trip. I do. All right, so we playing this one more thing. This is gonna be a little bit of a surprise, y'all, but this song goes. I don't care what y'all say. The song goes, so I'm gonna play it. One moment.
I got my peaches out in Georgia, oh yeah shit. I get my weed from California, that's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah, badass bitch. I get my light right from the source, yeah, yeah, that's it. And I say, oh, the way I breathe you in, it's the texture of your skin. I wanna wrap my arms around you, baby, never let you go. Oh, and I say, oh, it's nothing like your touch. It's the way you lift me up. Yeah, and I'll be right here with you till the end. I got my teachers up in Georgia, oh yeah shit. I get my weed from California, that's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah, badass bitch. I get my life right from the source, yeah, yeah, that's it. You ain't sure yet, but I'm for ya. All I could wish for. Nights alone that we miss more. The days we save us for years. There's no time, I wanna be more time and give you my whole life. But that's my girl, I'm in my Yorker. Hate to leave it cause it's torture. Remember when I couldn't hold her? Let me wait for a moment. I got my peaches up in Georgia, oh yeah shit. I get my peaches from California, that's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, badass bitch. I give my life right from the source, yeah, yeah, that's it. I get the feeling so sure, and in my hand because I'm yours. I can't pretend, I can't ignore you right. Don't think you wanna know just where I've been. Oh. Don't be distracted. All I need is knowledge in my heart. It's the safest of mine. And I'll be right here with you till the end. I got my peaches out in Georgia, oh yeah shit. I get my weed from California, that's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah, badass bitch. I get my life right from the source, yeah, yeah, that's it. I got my peaches out in Georgia, oh yeah shit. I get my weed from California, that's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah, badass bitch. I get my life right from the source, yeah. In Georgia, yeah, shit. I get my weed from California, that's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah, badass bitch. I get my life right from the source, yeah, yeah, that's it. I got my peaches up in Georgia, oh yeah, shit. I get my weed from California, that's that shit. I took my chick up to the north, yeah, badass bitch. I get my life right from the source, yeah, yeah, that's it.
All right, so we about to get into it. We about to get into it for real now. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Who is here? Who's still here? Y'all, let me ask y'all something. This is very serious. I'm gonna ask you guys something very serious. If anybody knows that last song and the artist, I actually have a question because I'm looking on the lyrics and it says I took my chick to the north. Yeah. But y'all, I think he was saying I took my chick to the Noya. Can someone confirm this for me before we unpack this Derrick Jackson situation? This, you know, dick him down, Derrick. Okay, can we talk about that? Can I say that? I'm going to say that, y'all. I'm in the studio, and I'm live and direct from Two Raw for TV, printing press, and studio. So, y'all, I'm uncensored here, so we can do this. We can do this live and direct. My co-host will be joining me in just one moment. He is on birthday duty and daddy duty, so he's doing his thing. With making sure that baby is taken care of. But all right. So first and foremost, I want to address what G Trip said earlier. And if you all let me scroll up, I'm going to also pin his comment. But y'all better get in here because I promise y'all this one's going to get heated. That he thinks it might be a publicity stunt. I not only think it might be a publicity stunt, but I do think that y'all know I gotta. So many people have asked for these earrings, but I promise y'all, I'm not just being stingy. I haven't been able to find them ever in stock again at the store that I originally got them from. So, not being stingy or anything like that. Just telling y'all the truth, telling y'all how it ti is, as they say. At any rate, I do think that it's a bit of a publicity stunt, but I also think that it is really interestingly timed that this happened a couple of days prior to very big news in regards to reparations because this is why the reparations announcement is so huge in my opinion, okay, in my political opinion, professional opinion, and in my personal opinion. So professionally, because you all for many, many moons, we have been misled to believe that reparations had to be like some executive order. It had to be and this is something that y'all, I was even telling people when I held office. Everything starts with a resolution, and it is all about moving a resolution. So I was on a city council, right? Similar to a city council that just passed this. I was on the city council that fed into the commission. Now, had I been on the commission, that's one step closer because when it goes to the commission, it goes to the mayor. From the commission, it goes to the mayor. But if the commission is strong enough on an agenda item, you can even overrule a mayor. So it depends on what type of city you're in, right? If the mayor has basically, they call it a strong mayor, and that means the mayor can overrule any item brought forward by the council. Like it's like ultimate power goes into a strong mayor's hands. And our mayor did petition for that. It was an agenda. It was on the ballot. It did not pass, or not. I'm sorry, not pass. Didn't get voted into action. But if you are in a city that has a strong mayor, watch out. You're basically in a dictatorship. But at any rate, if you are in a city that doesn't, your council united can be just as strong as your council united can be just as strong as a mayor because it just takes the majority vote from the council. So at any rate, this is doable. This is doable. Most cities do not have strong mayors. So imagine if we had a united agenda throughout our elected officials. When I say our, I mean our elected officials, that we were going to be passing a similar resolution. I don't call it a blueprint, I call it a black print. So imagine if we had enough people that were into pivotal positions on their local councils that did not have strong mayors, so we didn't have to worry about that being an obstacle, and we're able to pass similar reparations. Because remember, you can write anything into a reparations resolution, which is subsequently what they have done in Evanston. So I think that this is very interestingly timed. I do not think anything happens by way of coincidence. Everything happens with a concerted effort, with concentrating consequences. Okay, and I do think that this has proven to be this Derrick Jackson ridiculousness has proven to be, like, I'm embarrassed, honestly, that so many of us have just been like, oh my gosh, let's talk about this instead of really talking about something profound, something serious, something real, and something real like this in regards to the reparations black print. Because not only is this something that is legislation that we can look at and we can track after, but this dispels this whole idea that it has to be a big executive order. You have to have the United Nations. You have to have, yes, perhaps on a national level, but not even if you have if you have a concerted effort from different councils throughout the entire nation. It doesn't have to be something that is United Nations certified, or United Nations approved, rather. So this does take away from this does chip away at that misnomer that it has to be something that is an executive order. Everybody has got to agree on it. No, they don't. No, they don't. Especially something that is not going to affect all of the population. Why would the whole nation have to agree on this? This is not somebody running for president. Hey, Brother Bakari, I see you there. Sorry, I took a minute before I could scroll down and see you. Okay. So if anybody wants to come up on the panel, we are going to be opening up the panel in a few minutes. But I just wanted to weigh in some of these topics, just going back to, because I think, like I said, G Trip, hit the nail on the head, so to speak, when he said with it being a publicity stunt. I think it goes beyond just selling a book, though. I do think that we are looking at a concerted effort to distract. I think that this is an experiment that is being used to say, hey, I bet if this happened, they wouldn't even be looking at, creating legislation or resolutions of their own. They're looking at the fact of what's happening in this man's marriage. So I wanted to address that, but also I wanted to address the fact that, because you all know that, and as I'm always very transparent and open, as Mike say, I'm very hot, very humble, very honest, humble, open, and transparent with my past, as far as with my indiscretions, with my extramarital affairs in my past when I was married, and that this reads really weird and cringy, because my ex-husband and I, we went through the counseling and we went through that, and like I said, those things that they weren't done publicly. And I know Derrick Jackson is a public figure. This was an elected official, so that sort of thing. But people with money can move really differently, and he does have some money to be able to do that. So I really think if this was an attempt to really be accountable and do some healing, you don't bring in the wife out in front of the world to see in that fashion. that just didn't seem really authentic to me, and like I said, it reads a little weird. Hey, Black Illuminati, how are you? Okay, so we definitely we're definitely filling up here. You all make sure. I thank you so much for putting that glower up, Deacon. Make sure y'all put these glowers up to make. Let me get this comment up in here because I see some of us are saying some really good things. I don't want to miss anybody. So G Trip says, my brothers and sisters in the U.S., you have three options. You can do a Malcolm X and separate. You can do a John Jack Dessalines and take over, or you can follow Marcus Garvey and go back to Africa. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about reparations. Okay. I get into that. That's a very good quote. I highlight that. We're gonna get into that a little more. I don't know why my live chat screen on my phone isn't loading too well, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Yes, the wife didn't look comfortable. And I'm telling you, my ex-husband wouldn't have been on no screen with me. And when I tell you my ex-husband is a very diplomatic, he's a lawyer, he's a professor. So he's used to being in front of, crowds and people and that sort of thing. But there's no way, and no way would I have asked that of him. There's no way. Like I said, our healing, our stuff, we did privately. We did privately, and we did that for years. So bringing the wife out in front of the entire world to see just came off very cringe, like, and unnecessary, because nobody asked for that. It makes me think I should have that clip that says, who's gonna know? Who's gonna know? Nobody asked for that. And maybe they felt like because the girl came out so publicly, maybe they felt like she needed to. I don't know, but that was just incredibly odd to me, if you ask me. It was a little odd. I don't know what is going on here, but we are going to figure it out. All right. So let me see what else we have to say, because I'm trying to figure out what my live chat is like going bananas. Highlight my people there. You all make sure, if you have not yet, please make sure you sign the petition to make Malcolm X Day a worldwide event. We're not talking about your state. So we not doing this privately. We not sneaking off the job and hiding out, putting our little X's up. We're talking about making this a worldwide event. Please make sure you sign that petition. I think that is very telltale that we literally have over 1,000 views now on the petition, and still have much less than that as far as the signatures. So okay, so all right, so I would like to talk about that. Cooking with Sir Senior says your husband is a man and she is a woman, so you would have to have your wife there. I don't. Oh, let me let my co-host get in here. We're gonna switch up the seat, or what do you want to do? How are we gonna do this? Because how are you gonna? Because I wanted to still get this angle. So unless you bring your. Excuse me, y'all. We're about to unpack. We're about to unpack and get in here. Hey, welcome. When you like to know, it's been a minute. Definitely, I'm going to email you. Because I know a while back we had a conversation, and I just kind of never revisited it. But I do want to check back into it, because I know we were in a room, and I think we were in a room, and it was like the chat was going, and we had a good conversation, and then kind of things took off in different directions, and I was never able to revisit it. But with this Derrick Jackson situation coming back into play, I want to revisit it again. All right. Oh, there we go. That's good. So they can see you. So y'all, co-host, okay, and it is also birthday man today.
And also the true New Year's. Is it the true New Year's?
The true New Year's today, yes. Equinox rising today. And we're going to be having an equinox. We're going to be having a very special equinox rising brunch next Sunday, April 4th, at the Core here in Atlanta, Georgia. So y'all definitely definitely make sure if you're in Atlanta, come on out here and see us, y'all. Y'all see me, I'm getting some spillage there, but make sure you coming out with us. It's going to be a really cool brunch. We're definitely going to have some great vegan options. All right, so we've been talking about this a little bit earlier, but I wanted to save the bulk of our conversation until now, so we can see this live. Okay, so Sir Senior says here, because I was saying, like I was telling you earlier, I was like, when I went through my situation, so Palmetto and I met actually right before I actually got divorced. And I remember when we first met, because I had seen his video on YouTube, which was an amazing video, and it's still up if anybody is interested, we can send you the link. Make sure you drop your email so we can go back and revisit and send you the link. But it was about his arrest and the harassment from the police department. And so that's really what I reached out on. But when we started chatting and getting to know one another and about the activism or what have you, like I was literally just starting going on into my divorce, and just like, my head was kind of all over the place. I was like, I gotta hurry up and get another husband. Like I was like, hey, what are some tricks? Well, how can I get some I want a militant man. I'm down here in Miami. How can I find these groups? Like I want to be a part of these groups so I can kind of find that outlet again, because for so long my ex-husband had been the outlet, and I was like, I need that energy again. So but revisiting that, this made me kind of do that. Because I was a person that definitely was, like I said, I was in Derrick Jackson's position. I worked in the entertainment industry. I had a lot of access to rappers and celebrities, ballers, what have you. And yeah, I was not a faithful wife. And we were in counseling for years prior to us getting divorced. But that's what hit me as like kind of cringy about this situation. That like the next day you bring the wife out. Like I just don't think my husband would not have been he would just not have been about that. But Senior said that the wife would be there. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
Well, I feel like it was obvious that it was an impromptu thing because the wife wasn't even, prepared. Like a lot of women, they're gonna look a certain way before they get on camera like that, especially to potentially millions of people, which he is.
it is, right? He's
He
that
his
big. His platform is
is
huge.
to
Yeah.
millions of people. So it showed a couple of things. It showed that he was trying to put this out there quickly to sort
Quickly,
of
too quick.
counter anything that the girl says. And also it shows that he may be hiding something a little bit bigger than what he's talking about.
You think so? Okay, so remember so this is something also that we were discussing earlier. So Derrick Jackson wasn't a household name when I was married, but like right after I got divorced and I started dating someone else, like he was really picking up steam. And so that was the first time I was ever subscribed to him. And the first gentleman that I was seeing after my divorce totally thought he was like homosexual.
Yeah.
Do you get that vibe?
I think he's disingenuous with what he says.
I think so too.
I think that what he says is a lot of projection about how he wishes he was, more or less, than how he actually is, so to speak. So with that level of deception and disingenuity,
Or disingenuousness, genuousness,
I think it's
disingenuity. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
With that level of just deception, I just think that it's definitely possible that he could be, exploring other sort of sexual things like that. You know what I'm saying? And I could see that, and I mean,
even with the
the
brolic,
vibe is like
I never got gay, but I always thought that. I just thought that he just was like cringy. I just felt like it was just the smiling, because he was always just like. I just felt like he could just like kind of smile through whatever he was doing, which was just like odd. I never thought that he was not sincere though. I just thought that he was like, I felt like a lot of his insecurities were being beefed up on. I've never been into like muscular guys. Anybody knows me, even my ex-husband, like thin and long. Like I've never just been into muscular guys. And I worked in the gym, and so I was a trainer, and the guys with the biggest always had kind of like some real insecurities, and so I think that that is also where that comes from. But it was interesting. It was interesting to me that the gentleman that I was with, I've only been in two major relationships since my divorce, and both of the gentlemen were both like, that guy is weird. Like, when I would be watching him, I was always like into YouTube and stuff. When I'd be watching him, they were both like not, they were not into it. But the second guy was really like, oh, that guy is, he just like, he was hating on the guy. And I felt like I told you, I felt like the second guy I was with was hating on him because it's a really out of shape guy. He was, he was big and just not healthy. And I felt like it was jealousy. But you were like, guys don't really.
Not typically. I mean,
Not typically.
He not typically think like, oh, look at that. He's like this.
You said that's a female thing. He said that was a female thing. She thinks she all cute over there with that fat ass. She needs to shut up.
But I mean, I guess there are some, men that think along those lines. What I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to get into the jealous mind state because honestly, I've never have felt jealousy ever in my life, ever about anything about our towards it. It's hard. That's one of that's one of my faults too because I won't even know. That's why I got good counsel to let me know, hey, this person is being jealous because I can't get in that jealous mind state. But so that being said, I just feel that's like really wants a lot of people to see him like on camera, like all the time.
Yeah.
There's something there that he is hiding or because he's really trying to put out this public persona. And usually when someone is very eager, a man, I should say, is very eager to put out this public persona, and the fact does, which is like all in his face and all like that. I sometimes I'm just like, what's underneath that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's more than just the message that you're trying to push out. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you're trying to prove to other people. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's you're hiding something. So that's what I think about when I see stuff like that.
I love what Taylor. Have you seen that movie No Good Deed? Have you seen that with Idris Elba?
No,
we have to watch it. We're gonna do movie night. All right, so Idris Elba played this really good character in the movie No Good Deed. It was with Taraji P. Henson, one of our Atlanta favorites. Also, Taraji P. Henson can do no wrong in our community. But I thought that was a really good movie, and it really showed the acting chop of Idris. Because y'all, I never watched The Wire, but Taylor the Natural said, and I'm going to highlight that quote because that was the movie, and I think that we're right on. We're right on the same mark when you said that he gave us Idris Elba vibes, and I think that's the best way to describe it. Because Idris Elba in the movie, he's like a mass murderer, but he's a murderer, and and it was the first time we're ever seeing Idris Elba and just like thinking, oh, this guy could totally be a serial killer. Like, and I will all about Derrick Jackson, like I honestly have. But okay, so just to give a little bit of a background, I had a very intense argument with Derrick Jackson years ago. It was when I was dating that I was with following my divorce, and he basically told me that the guy was not going to marry me, and I was really upset. And I was just like, he was just like, he was like, nobody needs that long to get their, to get their head right. He's not going to marry you, and he was just like, and it sounds like you're cool, like you deserve better. And I was just like, well, I do, he is, getting himself together, but you're saying that I deserve better. Like, he's not, a good guy. And he was like, well, do you want a good guy, or you want a great husband? Like, what do you want? And I was really upset because, I was very conflicted. At this point in time, I had been with the gentleman almost 3 years. And I was feeling that too, but I just didn't want to admit it. And I felt humiliated. I was embarrassed that we were having this. This was before live chatting. So it was just a back and forth in a comment stream. And just seeing people like up his comments and nobody was liking up mine. I was kind of humiliated. And so I unfollowed him. I unsubscribed and I unfollowed him from all of the platforms. Back then I was on Twitter and all these other, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this guy is just, I was talking to him like how people think about Kevin Samuels. Like, that's the way I'd be talking about him. Like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. And I do know my worth, because he kept saying, he was like, well, what's your worth that you've been with this guy for this long? Like, and where's your worth? Like, he was saying, this was all before that book dropped of his, the one about finding your crown or something. And I just remember this being this very personally, I felt triggered and attacked. And so I was like, oh, this guy is just, he's a mean and da 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 da. And I was just like, and he's not even married. And he wrote back, I'm not. And I wish I would have kept that, because now I can go back and be like, were you? Because you weren't in these streets like you were. But like I said, I digress, because I definitely, and during my marriage, I had my own infidelities. So yeah, G Trip, I saw that too. G Trip said, I'm surprised he didn't insult you. I've seen Derrick being mad, disrespectful to black women. I saw that too. Angel put up a series of comments back and forth that he had with a couple of women. And I remember the one I think he called her a dog face or something like that. He had some words. He had some. They weren't. Like I said, they weren't Kevin Samuels. They weren't Kevin Samuels friendly terms. It wasn't no low value or nothing like that. It was doll face, and I think one he was talking about. He said she was out of shape. So yeah, I am glad that he didn't go that route. But at the time, I'm telling y'all, I was just as insecure about the relationship, that it triggered me the same way. I felt like he was calling me stupid. I felt like he was calling me ugly. I was personally hurt. But he was right. We did not get married, and I did leave him, and that was the last relationship I was in. So, all right. So Kevin Samuels, Cooking with Sir Senior says, Kevin Samuels isn't always right, but for the most part, he is right. I don't watch the show enough to make that determination, but I have seen in recent months him be on other people's like discussions, and he's kind of not defending, but it's good to see him in that other side. Because sometimes when you're being interviewed, it's so much different from when you're doing. Right, of course. And so I can honestly say I've been very impressed with how he's handled himself in that regards. And he's absolutely right. Like, and even found it, and I know you found it too. Like, people think they really know you from the hour or the 2 hours that you're on alive, or that, they, and even before we were doing lives, like, people that you do these 5-10 minute videos, and they think they got you. Listen, there was a whole rumor around me that my ex-husband is a white man. That I'm like, people really looks like they know me. My ex-husband is a white man. They were like, I haven't dated a black man since someone said since I was elementary, and I was like, that's what I said. They said I haven't dated a black man since elementary. I'm like, dang, it's like that. Like, I was dating, like, I was on the playground taking applications. No Johnny's over here. I'm looking for a Brad over here in 6th grade, 5th grade. But people really do think that they know you capture from that. And so when he was on, I think it was Abbott and Preach, and he was making these sentiments. I was like, he's absolutely right with that. And then also too, you have to realize what people go on his show expecting. I won't be on Kevin Samuel's show. I wouldn't be on it because that's just, that's not a conversation that I'm interested in having in regards to any of that. But I will say this: the only thing that I can say that I do vehemently disagree with him about is that when he's always talking about high value men, he never mentions what type of father they are. You know what I mean? Like, that's the first thing. That's the first thing that I'm like thinking of. If you're talking about high value man, a grown man, 9 times out of 10, eight times out of 10, for us, they're going to be a father. And a high value man is a high character man, not just high value, but a high character man is going to be a good father, a great father, are very active in their children's lives. And the fact that he doesn't list that as a principle of being a high value person, that's what I find some disagreement with. But other than that, yeah. But let's talk about how this has been a distraction. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. So you have to go now. All right. So we're gonna be talking about how this has been a distraction, though. Like really quick before he has to jump, we have another studio session. So I guess we'll be ready to eat when you come back. But real quick about this being a distraction, like, what do you think in regards to?
Well, obviously, when you have something that.
Why are we so easily distracted too?
Because we go after anything that the TV or mainstream media or just mass media right now. They are just putting out things that not even mainstream because it's not even like piercing CNN or anything like that. But this is like mass media because he has a large platform. So they put stuff out there like that, especially in times of consciousness bursting and things happening on a scale like the reparations thing. So it could go, it can go in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? And we're distracted by these shiny objects that the mass media puts out there, and not seeing that they are changing the definition of reparations.
Right.
They are saying that reparations in the land and money is a house voucher and student debt relief. Come on, that's a coupon. That's not reparations.
A coupon. I love this. This is a coupon. Like
it is a coupon.
Slave, you got to be in a race.
It is a slave coupon.
Get $20 off at Walmart. The banana chips. Right. And how many of y'all would be locked up? Let me get. They having the reparations Thursday over at Walmart. I'm gonna get up there and get the half off the chicken.
Half off the chicken. Get up there. Get the next chicken free. That's what they do. Half off one and one free. So they got people fooled into thinking that these definitions of
that's like the Asians can come into our communities, beat our ass, and then half off the hair. We in lines the next day. Yeah. But we
not
on
everybody on this line. Hopefully.
Well,
and that's another thing too. Like we are so quick to say we anytime one ignorant black person does something. It's just like we. No,
not this collective. Yes, not this nation here. Not this nation. So, birthday man has to jump for a minute. But anyone that would like to come up, because I'm gonna be losing my co-host here. So anybody that would like to come up, I'm about to drop the link, and I know I've been promising a couple of people I was gonna send it. Go ahead in their email.
For my birthday, it is so important that people get the hard copy of 3 Steps to End Racism right now. Because it is available online for free, but as someone has been deplatformed after being mentioned on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, they cannot censor your coffee table. They cannot ban your bookshelf. And I know the importance of having actual tangible information out there. This is not guaranteed to stay online long. I put it out, self-published it, but I know that this information is not guaranteed to stay out there long. And one thing about art and books, when you purchase art or books, it appreciates in value as soon as you purchase it. Those are the only two things that appreciate in value as soon as you purchase it. If
Wow.
you go to the car lot and buy, a used car or you buy a new car, it's the bet you could buy a Bugatti. As soon as you get it off the lot,
Right,
it's
it's gonna
going to
drop off. Like
depreciate
same thing with a
thousands of
house. The
dollars.
moment you move into your
Right.
house, no matter where the neighbor, and that's a debunking that myth. No matter where that house is, the moment you move in, it starts to depreciate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So art
the
and
moment you
books,
start using shit.
art and books are the only thing that appreciate in value
It's a
if you
great
take
point.
if you take care of it. So, go ahead, hit me up on the email 3steps to end racism at gmail.com or hit my inbox and I can get you a copy of Three Steps to End Racism right now. That is my
The
gift.
hard copy. Do we have any copies?
Um,
So, and if you have not downloaded the link yet, I can share it. Just go ahead and make sure that you're on the email list. But the hard copy, literally, we mail these out every day and they're tracked. So we make sure that you're receiving them. Make sure that definitely because it is his born day. You see the Cash App there. Do support. Do hit him up. We realized when I went to the tax man last week, he literally said to me, he was like, Courtney, with these businesses, there's no reason why you should ever have a 9 to 5. Like they should literally like these businesses should be able to fund because he looked at what my expenses were and I live like y'all know I live very humbly. I live very very conservatively. So that means no car, no TV. It's just like these businesses should be able to support that. And I explained to him what the businesses who they serve, and he was like, these people, your clients should be able to support your lifestyle because it's not like you have a grand lifestyle. And this is what it is, you all. The reason why this doesn't happen, he told me, he said he knew a lady with just one nonprofit, and she was able to take trips every 3 months. And he told me that and I said, and we had a conversation, and I said, so where is this lady? Da 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 da. And he said, oh, she's Puerto Rican, but she lives over in da 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 da. And then as he talked and explained to me this lady's background, I didn't have to say nothing. He understood because we have an issue with supporting each other in our own businesses. And with she was able to have this nonprofit that didn't even do half of the government contracting things that I do, but she was able to have this entire lifestyle funded by her clients. But let me do that. Courtney out there scamming folk. She living good. She living good, scamming folk. I've been told several times that my husband's child support is funding my life here, and funding my move. And y'all, just like I said, my ex-husband is a great guy, but no, he would not even go for that. So you all see the link there, and if you would like to again order a book, please make sure to hit up the email 3steps to end racism at gmail.com. You can hit me up. Palmetto is a member of MX Media Group, so group glowup at gmail.com. We directly link into the same network, the Melanated Network, the MX Media Group network. So make sure that you get this actual copy in your household. Absolutely. It's only going up from him. So G Trip says the biggest enemy of racism is Black unity. Absolutely. Huey P said it as well. So we're going to let him jump. Let's see who is coming up. If anybody would like to come up and join, I'm going to be up for probably probably going to do like another 30 minutes or so. And then we don't do these lives too long nowadays, because the longer you stay on, just a lot of foolishness starts to happen. And y'all, I get very drained. And so my spiritual advisor, she even told me, she was like, Courtney, you cannot, just more than 2 hours. It's just, things start to come undone. So for your own sanity and your mental clarity, and your mental health, just keep a limit to them. So we're going to give an hour and a half will be a great amount of time for us to really unpack and us to discuss and digest this information. So let me share this link. And I do hope I would get someone up here to join me. Absolutely. Let's see what else everybody else is talking about here. Y'all, maybe I have to put back on that song because y'all know I will. Yeah, I know how I likes my music. I do. Oh, oh, hey Shelly. Hey sis. That's my Florida sis there, y'all. Shelly Speaks Truth. Make sure you visit Shelly Speaks Truth channel. You all know we're all about promoting one another here. So please, someone drop Shelly Speaks Truth, the link to her page. Someone else drop Sir Senior, Cooking with Sir Senior. We need that knowledge music going out to the youth. Absolutely. I agree to that. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. Y'all have to know. I am. That's fueling my workouts now. That Rita Ora. I only want two. I do watch that channel. I watch that channel actually. I surely do. That is so funny. Y'all. Okay. Thank you so much, Taylor. Yes, you all please check out Shelly's channel, and I will be on another channel from that platform tomorrow morning. We will be talking about the reparations. We'll be unpacking. We'll be unpacking. I've also been asked to speak at a rally coming up April 16th here in Atlanta regarding reparations. Y'all, because I'm telling y'all, I've been on this. I really have. This was a part of my platform, even with, because I said that there's no way that we can talk about, this is before COVID, that we can talk about atonement, and we can talk about budgets and preparation without really talking about reparations. Like, we're supposed to be moving forward. Like, they really don't want us discussing this on the dais. They really don't just want us discussing this on a mass level, but it absolutely does need to be addressed, literally. Thank you so much, Taylor. Let's see. Let me put some up in the highlights. Absolutely. Would like to get the link to the book. I'm going to drop it here, but if you would like an actual hard copy, email us. Email us. Okay. Knowledge of self always trumps any hate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, G Trip is Black Illuminati is a female G Trip. That's a beautiful sister. Beautiful sister. Absolutely. And I want to make sure everything is showing, because showing on my end. But I want to make sure it's showing on you guys. Okay. And again, if anybody wants to come up, I am, not just we are, I am looking for a co-host to come on up. And I did not hear about Tommy Sotomayor and Passionate Bliss. I will have to look on her channel. I haven't heard from her in a couple of weeks, but I definitely would like to check that out. Thank you for letting me know. Hmm. And y'all, what is mom and daughter? Oh my gosh, you guys, there's my lady. Y'all know all the time when my lady is here, I must. Always, I never get tired of telling this story, y'all. Oh, it's not letting me post it. Guys, I don't know why. It's not letting me post. Okay, so if anybody wants to come up to the panel, please email me because it's not letting me post. Which is super weird. Bro calls me most bro a lot these days for some reason. I'm used to it. No, well, I think that he genuinely thought that you were a man, but I do correct even my daughter and my son when I hear them saying that to one another. She's like, she's like, oh, bro, and he's like, bro, and I'm like, Niani is a female. She's not your brother. She's your sister. And he's like, well, I'm not gonna say sister, but yeah. Ooh, Sir Anthony. Sir Anthony. Cheers to you, Sir Anthony. Always a gentleman. There are nothing but beautiful sisters in the glow sphere. That is true. That is true. Let's see. Do we have someone for the email? Y'all, thank you again here today because I know, yes, I don't get on here every week like I used to, but we do have guests lined up in the Glow Nation, so definitely check your notifications. Make sure you're still subscribed because um, YouTube does unsubscribe you if there's not the same type of activity, and so you're not engaged. You may miss it. So make sure that you are still subscribed because for the next 3 weeks, we do have some very lively discussions coming up as our What's Glowing on Wednesdays returns with a vengeance. So, wow. Oh, wow. Black Illuminati, thank you so much. You know what, Tanjon? Let me tell y'all where Tanj has been, y'all. Tanj is a moderator on the Black is Truth channel. Y'all, Tanj done got big time, y'all. No, but I'm really glad she hooked up with that sister. Y'all know the Black is Truth, Queen Neith. She's out of Texas. She had a very big following, and I was so excited. I was on the channel a couple of weeks ago, and I saw our girl wrenched up. I was like, y'all, because Queen Neith pays her mods, y'all. She pays her. Now, y'all know, we can share all of the responsibility of being wrenched up and torched up over here. But no, nobody is getting paid. Nobody gets paid over here to carry the torch. But Queen Niche, she pays her mods, and Tanj is a mod on Queen Niche's channel. So I'm really proud. Oh wow. Let's see. Sir pulling the DJ. No, he's not. You better stop it. You better stop it. Don't even do it. But thank you so much, Sir Anthony. I love that, and thank you so much, also G Trip. So, if anybody, because they are not letting me for some reason, this has happened before where they wouldn't let me post the link in the room. If anybody wants to come up, please email me. I'm checking now, because I'm going to have to invite you through the email because it is not allowing me to post in the room for some reason. But it's done this before. Y'all know how it goes with the hateration be real sometimes. It be a little bit too real. But y'all know how much I love y'all and appreciate y'all. Okay. So let's see here. That's very important. I am going to reach out to Passionate Bliss tonight. Definitely make sure I do that because no, none of our people should be getting cursed down, and we definitely have to support one another, especially the Glow Nation, especially the Glow Nation. Y'all know Charlemagne the God gave Derrick Jackson Donkey of the Day today. And Chrissy, made a video and she was saying that I saw somebody post to say that his followers went up by 200,000 since the scandal broke. I don't know about that, y'all. I really don't. I watch numbers, to tell y'all the truth, I do. And I don't think that's the case. To me, it looks like his numbers have dipped about 50, 60. But on other platforms, I'm not privy to, so I'm not sure what he's doing because I'm no longer on platforms like Twitter, and I haven't followed him on Instagram in years. So I'm not sure what his numbers have done over there. But according to according to YouTube, they've dipped about 50, 60. But I wouldn't be surprised if they went up. But 200,000 since everything started, no. I definitely know he was closer to 1 million followers before this happened. He's like, from last I saw, he's almost like at 800,000 now. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Checking my email, so I'm sending over the link. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Perfect. Oh, I see what happened. I was wondering why you didn't get it. Realize I'm doing this on the phone. I got to do it through email. Okay. All right. So be on the lookout for that. This will be great. So, and you know what, too, I would say, I will say this, I did honestly appreciate that Derrick Jackson did come out and his wife and say, agree, Charlemagne is hello. But he said, attack me, but don't attack my wife. Like, whatever. If y'all think she wasn't dressed up nice, whatever it is, just put all of that on me. Don't. So I'm gonna be very honest. I really appreciate him saying that, and I think that the same people that can appreciate Harry for sticking up for Meghan, and this man was around in the whole Nazi suit before marrying a black woman, then please also definitely appreciate this that he did he did go to bat in that regards for his wife and just say, don't, whatever you're thinking about me, don't take it out on don't take it out on her. Take it all out on me, but attacking her looks, talking about the bonnet or the hat that she had on or whatever. Like I said, she looked numb. I will say that she did look numb. She looked out of it in that regards, but I've just seen some really hurtful comments about her not looking good. She, without makeup, and I think she's a good looking woman. I do, and I just think that it's very interesting that the same people that are judging, some of the same people that are judging, from what I have seen, they don't have pictures of themselves. They have profiles that are definitely highly filtered and that sort of thing. So, like I said, she looked like, for what the situation called for, no, it looked like she was numb. It looked like she was definitely uh, distant. But did she look unattractive? No. Oh, I've been I saw, not getting caught with young girls, but I remember, I think a couple of months back when I did the problem with Drake, there were two instances where it was like a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old or something. Um, but we know Drake is problematic. We know that. We know. But I usually like to steer somewhat clear of that. And I'm so sorry, sis. This link is taking a long time to load. It might be my computer, which is really weird. Eh, it's really weird that it's not letting me. I'm trying to email it, but it's taking a long time to even load the email addresses. Let me try to close some extra windows. Oh, thank you. I'm really sorry. I, I don't. I think the medical doctor said that she was scheduled for an abortion, right? A medical doctor said that she was scheduled for an abortion, and we're talking about Princess Di, y'all. We're talking about Princess Di. Yeah, his wife is cute. Thank you, Sir Anthony. She is. She is. And so I think that it's really unfortunate that I've seen, and most of the people that I've seen talking bad about her looks have been women. It's been women.
Hey, Omega. I just followed the link on the that was in the chat.
Hey,
Um,
sis.
hey. Yeah,
Can
it's
you hear me?
yeah, like I didn't get the email, but like I just followed the link that was in the chat. Like I guess I'm the only one who could see it. I don't know, but I just clicked on it.
It is a severe delay.
Mhm. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on.
Sorry, y'all. I was on mute. Didn't realize it. But we lost Taylor. I don't know what happened. Lost Taylor in my mic for a couple of seconds. But so she saw the leak. Let me put that back down. All right. So Okay, she's back. Perfect. Let me see what's going on because it is a little delay on my end. But we
Hey,
say Black Illuminati said the Illuminati channel I usually run with hadn't been able to go live in a long time, so I'm bursting at the seams with controversy. I hear you. Um, and said here, imagine being pregnant only to discover that your husband has been cheating on you for 10 years. Talking about Denia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I said, I'm not. I'm going to be very frank and very honest. You know, I was. I can't just get on here and judge Derrick Jackson because like literally like I was moving like that. I was moving like that. Had a very caring husband that provided and just was just entitled and just into uh you know just was in the entertainment industry and going out with the guys and um accepting invitations. I did accept there was a big rapper and his manager actually invited me out to they got invited to the Pro Bowl. They got invited to Hawaii and he that was the biggest trip ever that I turned down actually. The manager invited me to come to Hawaii.
can you
And
hear
I did
me?
not go on that trip, but
Remy?
there were other trips that I definitely there were just things that I was involved in that I shouldn't have been.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Hey Taylor, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Um, so okay, so I did want to speak on that a little bit. I'm not gonna, judge him in that way, specifically, because well, I know your history with your husband. Can you hear me? I can't hear you anymore. I think you're delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I just like the reaction to his own video with his wife. That was like, I mean, that's what led me to believe that he's narcissistic in that way. Because he was just the way he was speaking about himself in the third person was as if this is somebody that you should commend for even coming out and admitting stuff. You know. Like honestly, people don't. I don't feel people should get props for publicly coming out and saying they did this because I mean, all it is damage control, to be honest. And the fact that he responded to his own video as if he was analyzing a situation he was not directly a part of made it look that much more disingenuous because it was definitely a biased opinion, no matter which way you look at it. He was the direct result of why he had to make that video in the first place. Um, yeah, that's all I had to say, I guess, for now.
Yeah, I thought that was yeah, I put myself on mute so I could be able to hear Taylor for some reason. Both of the mics going at the same time were difficult. But hello, Enrique, one who is pampered on site. I love it. But I thought that was cringe too, Taylor. The whole analyzing his own video. I was like, who does that? It was totally a narcissistic move. That's why I said that line about him being like the Idris Alba's character in No Good Deed was so on
Right.
point. It was absolutely on point.
Yeah,
Um,
honestly, like when I see this guy talk, it's like he's so
so let's
unironically
see
like full of
here.
himself.
Uh, here it says speak on that distraction more. Which distraction in regards to distracting from the reparations, Black Illuminati? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Um, ah, I see what's going on my end. I have to update. So as soon as we wrap, I've got to update. I've missed 2 updates. No, it was not Jay-Z. It was not Jay-Z. Um, it was not Jay-Z, but he's a very big rapper. Very big rapper. So it was his management. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was his manager. He I met them in New York. Him and the team, and uh, you know, that it was a good way we met because we've been talking on the phone, and he said that he thought I was a white girl on the phone, and then he was just like looking at those curves. He was like, you
I
ain't
get that
no,
all the time.
you ain't a white girl. So we had a good conversation, and then like I went back over to Philly. This is when I lived in Philly, and I went back to Philly, and he called me up, and he was like, "Do you still want to do that date? For so and so?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I want to do the date. Because at the time I think he was getting paid the artist. Because remember, booking agents get 10% of what the artist demands, and so at the time he was getting paid 100 a show, and so 10% is 10,000. Like literally, to make 10,000 off of one date, that's crazy. So and the biggest artist prior to booking him that I booked was I had just done Nelly a month prior. So I was like, dang, to get 2 months, to get 2 shows back to back, and you're bringing in 100,000 plus gross, and plus with some artists and their management team, they would give you a percentage of a door deal too, if if they liked you. So, I felt like we were gonna do some great business together. So I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I jumped at the opportunity to book a couple of dates for him, and it was just like, going to Hawaii. Well, pack your bag. And I was like, no. I said, and I told him, I said, I'm married. I can't go. And he said, okay, so we're gonna need to buy your stuff when you get there, because you're gonna have to just come. You're not gonna be able to pack a bag because you're gonna need to sneak out of town. And I was just like, that really kind of, I was like, oh, that's how they do it. I was like, he put me onto game a little bit with that. Like, oh yeah, you could just be like, oh, he don't have to know you in Hawaii. You could just tell him you go on with your girl, just up the street, and we'll just buy you some stuff when you get here. But in hindsight, I'm really glad I didn't partake in any activity like that, because I look at some of the stories that came out after the fact with a lot of artists, a lot of ladies in those situations. If they didn't do certain things, they would wind up having to do things to get back home. Yeah, I think I really I do. I thank God so much all the time that I was able to get out of the entertainment industry without. Yeah, I've never, it wasn't never no choo choos going on. I never did a drug, no tapes, nothing like that. Like it really wasn't, like the things that I was doing was really, they were just disrespecting my marriage. But I was really able to walk away from the entertainment industry with a lot of dignity, a lot of integrity, that I can tell you a lot of females just, they weren't able to. Like they weren't able to do certain things because there were tapes on them. They weren't able to do certain things. They weren't able to charge. Like when I say charge, I'm talking about like publicity for management or public relations or booking deals. They weren't able to charge a certain amount because they were getting down with this or that. But when I tell y'all Jaguar, right, y'all can say what you guys want about her. And I've met her, I've known her, I booked her on a couple of dates in Philly. But she was telling the absolute truth about what women go through in the industry. And it's not because you plan on it. Like, you do not plan on, yeah, I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna be sleeping with these artists to get on and do this and do that. It's like, a situation where you have to be sleeping with somebody just for a little protection. You have to be connected to an artist just to even get the opportunity to book. So it's a very, very it's a very just bleak and ugly situation for women in all facets of that entertainment industry, whether they're artists or whether they're management, booking agents, and that sort of thing, publicists or what have you. So, all right. So I was actually about to close out. So we have our co-host is back. So I'm about to close out. Right, Sir Anthony. I don't those choo-choos never, never appealed to me. And even in my own situation, like I said, what I was doing with my indiscretions, infidelities, it was, it wasn't like it would be like I would leave somebody and go home and then I'm, with my ex-husband. It was maybe TMI, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Um, so yeah, we're about to close out. So any parting words? Yes, we have yeah.
At least just three steps to end racism right now. We can end racism as we speak in real time. Three steps to end racism right now is the new. It is the way to make sure that we take control of our destiny, as the Honorable Marcus Garvey has so eloquently put. So that would be my thing. And thank you. And I want to give you that gift on my birthday. Today is my birthday, so I want to give you the gift this born day, my born day. So you guys reach out and shout out to everybody that's been supporting, and just we're gonna go on in the future with some great stuff. Just stay tuned.
All right. So I just saw what Illuminati said so a universe where you made different decisions and there's a you out there somewhere. I agree to that. We often have this conversation. I have this conversation with my children all the time when they have these dreams and they're like, oh, it was me, but it wasn't me. And I'm like, it was you. It just was you in another realm. That's what I tell them. Not the other universe, but another realm. But I agree. But thank you so much. That's right. Be safe, be blessed, be certain. Y'all make sure you check out Cooking with Sir Senior's channel. Speaking of cooking, we about to go grub right now. I'm so excited. Like, I laid it out for brother's birthday, y'all. I really did it. Make sure you check the video. Y'all, if you noticed, my last video was pulled. Guess why it was pulled? Because I used the song Juicy by M2Nay. So that was on me, but this one will have our own music on it. So it won't be getting pulled down. Well, not our own music, but it will be music that's cleared. So it won't be getting pulled down. But thank you all so much for just being a part of this conversation. We will be following up. MX Media Group is having a very special live this Saturday morning of this upcoming Saturday at 10:30. Make sure you tune in where we're going to be talking about and unpacking the reparations. We're literally going to be going by resolution item number. We can see what is municipality. Tomorrow I will be on Urban Country Films channel. I will be speaking on this. And then also April 16th, I'll be appearing on a rally regarding reparations. And y'all, please, if you have not done so, visit change.org/claim Malcolm X Day worldwide. Sign that petition, support, and share. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Besides hitting up Metal Stars Cash App link, y'all do glow.